In the middle of the magical storybook forest, a tiny creature named Luma looks up and gasps the stars are falling. Glowing light streaks through the sky like golden comets, each one carrying a forgotten tale. Oh no, Luma says, if they fall, the stories might disappear. She grabs her leaf lantern and sets off to collect the stars before sunrise. Luma floats to the top of the giant tree of tales, the forest's oldest story keeper. There, firmly, a sleepy hedgehog librarian is already worried pages are turning blank in the magical books. We must find the stars before all the stories fade, he says, handing Luma a stardust pouch. Luma nods bravely and heads toward the first sparkle trail. Luma enters Inkap Glade, where glowing mushrooms shaped like pins grow from the ground. A fallen story star lies tangled in vines, its light flickering. With help from Symbol the fluttermouse, Luma gently untangles it. One star saved, Luma whispers, tucking it into the pouch. Mist swirls over the shimmering mirror pool marsh, where reflections whisper forgotten tales. Mira, a stargazing squirrel, guides Luma across the stepping stones. In the middle of the pool, a star is trapped inside a ripple. Luma reaches out, the ripple calms, and the star floats into her hand. Pages fly like birds down the windy page path, a breezy trail of story scrolls. Luma chases after one, tumbling with laughter as Symbol glides ahead. A story star lands on a floating parchment and begins to vanish. Luma quickly catches it and places it close to her heart. It glows again. They arrive at the old clock tower of chapters, where time flows between stories. The gears have stopped, and Fernley is trying to read from a vanishing chapter. A star is stuck inside the clock, hands tick, tock, stuck. Luma calms the clock with a quiet poem, and the hands gently release the star. In the moonlit starberry patch, glowing fruit bounces like bubbles. Luma hears giggles. A trio of mischievous sparkle sprites are playing with the star. That's not a toy, Luma calls, gently coaxing the star from their game. She trades a glowing berry in return, and they cheerfully wave goodbye. Luma steps into Forgotten Hollow, where even sound feels sleepy. A lone creature, Pufflet, a fluffy story moth, flutters sadly around a dim star. I remember this one. It's about a mouse who sang to the moon, Pufflet whispers. Together, they sing softly, and the star slowly brightens. Beneath the earth, Luma follows glowing roots through the moonroot tunnel. The roots pulse with memory, each one a path to a tale long told. A star lies nestled beside a baby badger, softly glowing with a lullaby. Luma tucks the badger in with a mossy blanket and collects the star. Luma climbs up the glowing vines of the twilight trellis, where dreams float like butterflies. Mira joins her with a telescope strapped to her back. A star flutters like a petal in the wind, just out of reach. With a gentle leap and Mira's help, they catch it in a ribbon of starlight. High above the forest in the nest of Neris, the owl wisps nestle story eggs. One of the eggs cracks open. It's not an egg at all, but a fallen star. The owl wisps blink and nod, allowing Luma to collect it. Stories don't hatch, they shine, she giggles. Luma follows a path of echoing storylines, glowing quotes left behind from ancient tales. Each line leads her to a star nestled in an old tree's hollow. The tree whispers, "This one was nearly forgotten." Luma presses her paw to the bark. Now it's remembered. With her pouch glowing and full, Luma returns to the Tree of Tales. Fernley, Symbol, Mira, and Pufflet are waiting, eyes wide with hope. Luma tosses a pouch skyward. The stars burst into glowing ribbons. One by one, they rise back into the sky, glowing brighter than ever. Books begin to glow, pages fill with words, and forgotten tales come to life again. The forest is brighter, more alive, and full of characters waking up from sleep. The storybook forest remembers, Fernley says softly. Luma smiles, because we remember the stars. That night, under the newly lit sky, Luma opens a blank book. What's this one called? Asks Symbol. It's about a brave forest and the stars it caught, she replies. The final image, Luma drawing the first line of Luma and the falling story stars. Every story matters, even the little ones. Luma showed us that when something important is lost, we don't give up, we go gently, we help each other, and we light the way back. By listening, caring, and working together, she helped the whole forest remember its stories. So when you feel small, just remember, you can be the light that brings stories back to life. And maybe your story is the one the world needs next.
Thanks for watching, kids. If you enjoyed the adventure, make sure to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and click the bell icon to never miss a new story. See you next time.